One of the functionalities of ECDC portal is searching for CalVal data. In this tutorial, I will focus on showing you how to search for the data, so I wouldn't be going too much into discussing the data formats, the data sources, and the standards, and for that I will refer you to our documentation where you can browse the metadata attributes here and get to know a bit more about how we harvest, collect, and share the data. So in general, our goal here is to provide you with a single catalog for all available CalVal data for atmospheric composition products. So although we focus on promoting geom standard and converting as much as metadata as we can into geoms format, our database also includes non-geoms data. So in order to start searching, we need to select Search CalVal Data item from the main menu. So in this form here, you can search by quite a few fields that we have in our database. We have a location here. Locations typically represent in our system the ground stations where the data have been collected, or otherwise they can represent the approximate location of the data collection. We can select multiple locations, and I can see the map will update accordingly and will show these locations. If you want to see a map more clearly, you can always click this icon in the corner of the map, and it will move to the top for the bigger preview of the locations. At any point, if you want to clear the locations, you can either use this icon, or you can also clear it here from that filter section that we have. So apart from the location, you can search by data source type, data discipline field. If you want to know anything more about some of these fields, you can see that there's a link here to directly into the documentation that will describe that particular field quite precisely. So we have a data discipline field, data discipline class, names of the data originators, names of the data suppliers. Another way of searching for locations is to use the map directly. So you can use the polygon search to narrow down on a particular location. I can see the list of the locations has been updated here, and the filters have been updated accordingly. You can also search by a variable name. So if you're looking at particular variable in the file, it will narrow you down to the ground stations that actually have data that include that particular variable name. The same goes for variable mode and a descriptor. You can also search by frameworks. I'm just going to clear that filters so you can see the full list of frameworks that we have the data for, and principal investigator and ESA AOID. So let's try to search for some data. We can maybe select a couple of locations here, and we'll try to make the map bigger. One important thing is that, as you can see here in the time and location section, by default we query last 3 months of data. So, but if you want to figure out how much data there is in general for the particular location, it's always a good idea to maybe select some data in the past and try to search. Here we go, we got some results here. And from here, if you want to narrow down a bit more when it comes to these particular files, you can actually directly use this filter here and refine that search a bit. Another way, of course, is going back to the form and trying again, maybe trying to narrow down the dates here. So that gives you an overview of how to search for the files. So let's try to search again, maybe. And look at the results. From here, if you have a login into the system and if you logged in, you should be able to directly download any of these files. If you want to download more than one file, you can just select them here and click download selected files, and you will get a zip file that includes all the selected files. So that's it for now. That was just to give an idea, an overview of how to do a basic search for any CalVal data that we have in a database. Thank you.